Melee builds in Wynncraft scale the basic attack of a given class. Heavy melee builds utilize items that add high amounts of melee damage at the cost of attack speed. Heavy melee archer has two mechanics that help scale this damage further. Focus, granted by Sharpshooter archetype's first notable node, greatly amplifies any damage archer does, while requiring the user to not miss their attacks. Focus is granted when hitting an enemy that is at least 5 blocks away from you, and grants 15% increased damage per stack. The other ability is Twain's Arc, which allows you to charge up a powerful piercing attack by holding shift while above one focus, that scales off your melee damage. The build centers around using this ability over and over, and requires the user to be able to consistently not miss, as well as to rapidly regain the minimum required focus when missing. Phantom Ray, an alteration of Arrowstorm ability, helps to regain focus during close combat, while Initiator, which gives +1 focus on hit if you haven't hit an enemy within past 4 seconds, helps on initial engagements. Twain's Arc takes 1.2 seconds to charge, and fires as soon as it is charged and the right click is held, shooting an instant 64 block range laser, originating from your feet. Twain's Arc is gated behind your attack speed, so a heavy melee build that attacks once every 2 seconds will have a 0.8 second window to move and cast spells without losing uptime on Twain's Arc. This is enough time to slightly adjust your position and cast a spell, often an arrow shield or the mobility spell of choice. The rest of the time will be spent on channeling Twain's Arc, which immobilizes you until released. Spending 60% of your time sitting in one place isn't ideal for most engagements. Leap, a bolt slinger ability which allows you to launch forward when double tapping space, solves this problem. It can be used every 2 seconds to propel yourself forward up to 16 blocks, depending on where you are looking, and can be used during Twain's Arc. When kiting normal mobs, it's often best to leap the moment you start charging Twains, which will group any following mobs in a nice line behind you, avoiding their hits and giving you an easy shot. Against bosses, it is more important to use Leap as a way to dodge attacks, regardless of your Twain's Arc timing. Positioning on Leap should be thought of as separate from Twain's Arc, and prioritize safety, as Twain's Arc can keep dealing damage from almost every position. Both of these need practice before they can be used effectively together. This build can reach near 100% uptime on its DPS, while avoiding most attacks and quickly regaining lost health due to lifesteal. It is also capable of doing all content in the game. Tips for aiming Twain's arc. Aim for the center of the name tag instead of the mob. Mob models vary significantly, and figuring out where any given mob can be hit is mentally straining. Aiming slightly below the center of the name tag will allow you to consistently track hitboxes regardless of visual appearance or lag. Remember that you shoot from your feet. If there is a ledge between your feet and the enemy, aim slightly lower and jump right before shooting, else you risk having your Twain's arc blocked by random slabs and pebbles.